Hi class, so this is going to be a few examples from the homework of section 6.3. This is factoring trinomials when a is greater than 1. Okay, you can see here on the right side of the screen I have the steps that I want you to use each time you factor a trinomial when a is greater than 1. So it's important that you know what a standard form of a trinomial, that's in the top of the red box. It's ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are coefficients. And then I have the steps. Now I'm not going to teach you how to do these problems on this video. I'm just going to practice these steps with you for a few of these homework problems. Okay, question 1 says determine the missing factor. I want you to notice that it's already given you part of the factored answer. So part of it is parentheses 2x minus 1. And you just need to find the second part. Now you can make a guess, but I'm going to go ahead and just run through all of the steps. And so we're going to multiply a times c. That gives us a new trinomial, x squared plus 5x minus 6. Now I'm going to factor the new trinomial, and this will be x minus 1 and x plus 6. The next step is to divide by the original a. We're only dividing the second position of each binomial. From here, we're going to simplify fractions. Only the 6 over 2 can be simplified to x plus 3. And then it says swing any denominators to the front of the variable. On this video, I'm not going to explain why that it's algebraically correct to do this. But if you're interested, just let me know. I will be glad to tell you. But it is okay to put that denominator in front of the variable. And so this is the answer, but notice they already have the 2x minus 1. So you would just type in the x plus 3 factor. Okay, next. This one, the instructions say factor the trinomial. And so we will just follow these steps again. This will be x squared plus 7x plus 6. If we factor that trinomial, it's x plus 1 and x plus 6. Now we'll divide both parentheses by the original a. Simplify any fractions. The first one does not simplify, so we'll move that denominator to be the coefficient of the variable, and those factors make up your final answer. And it doesn't matter in which order you type those factors into WebAssign. Okay, next. The instructions still say factor the trinomial, but I want you to notice it says if the expression is not factorable using integers, which is positive or negative whole numbers, then you can enter the word prime. So let's just pay attention. If something's not working out right, we may be working with a prime trinomial. Okay, the first thing we'll do is multiply a to c, and then we will factor this. Okay, now we need two numbers that multiply to 7 and add to negative 2. The only two numbers that multiply to 7 is 1 and 7, but do you see that there's no way we could come up with a sum of negative 2 with those two numbers, even if we let 7 be negative and the 1 positive or vice versa. And so we are working with a prime trinomial. Okay, this next example, it has the same instructions. It says factor the trinomial, and again, it has the note off to the side. If the expression is not factorable using integers, then enter the word prime. So we'll go ahead and start this one. This is x squared minus 18x plus 72, and then we'll factor this. So two numbers that multiply to 72, 9 and 8, we just showed that one. It could be 2 and 36, it could be 12 and 6. We need the two factors to add to negative 18, but multiply to a positive. So when we multiply to a positive, the factors either need to be both positive or both negative. But since we need it to add to a negative 18, both of them need to be negative. And so this choice here, negative 12, negative 6, is what we're going to go with. Okay, next step is to divide by the original a. Next step is to simplify the fraction. 6 over 9 simplifies to 2 over 3. And then 12 over 9 simplifies to 4 over 3. Now notice this is the first time that one of them did not simplify all the way to a whole number. I'm just going to rewrite these factors. I'm going to keep it in the fraction form for just a minute. So both of these fractions are in simplest form. I don't want you to worry about this first one, 4 over 3. It's okay to leave it as an improper fraction. So for both of these, I want you to take the denominator of 3 and make it the coefficient of the x variable, and this will be 3x minus 4 and 3x minus 2. Again, you can type those into WebAssign in any order, but that's your final answer. Okay, this one says factor the trinomial, but notice it's included the word completely. For the most part, when you see factor something completely, it means that you'll need to look for a greatest common factor first. And I want you to notice that these numbers are much bigger than the previous problems, 21, 28, and negative 28. Each of these have a common factor of 7. So before we even start, I want you to divide all three terms by 7. This will be 3x squared plus 4x minus 4. Now we'll keep 7. 7 will be part of the final answer. So our answer will look like 7 and then our two sets of parentheses. But now let's just focus on this trinomial and factor it. Okay, this is x squared plus 4x minus 12. This factors to x plus 6, x minus 2. Now divide by the original a. This one's kind of tricky because the original a was 21, but I want you to divide by the same number that you multiplied by in step number 1. In step number 1, 3 is what we multiplied by. I want you to divide by 3. Okay, this first set of parentheses simplifies to x plus 2. The second set, it cannot be simplified any further, and so this is 3x minus 2. So your final answer is 7 parentheses x plus 2 parentheses 3x minus 2. The sets of parentheses can go in any order, but the number 7, which is your greatest common factor, always needs to go first. Okay, that's it for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions on this homework.